Hello, Billionaire here on 23rd of December 2022, and we saw a gap down opening today, and Nifty dropped almost 300 points. So it's a very big fall today, and all of our portfolios must be in red. I don't think anyone's portfolio will be in green. So if anyone is there, then they can let us know in the comments. So in this video, we are going to check the Nifty's levels for next week. This will be a shorter video. We explained in detail what is going to happen in last week, and we mentioned that there is a 80% probability of fall, and we are going towards 200 EMA, all those stuff we discussed. So we are going to build on top of that. So if you have missed that video, you can watch that. Link will be added into the description as well, or it will be popping above as well, so you can watch that video as well. So in this video, we are going to do analysis with price action indicators first, then we'll check Elliott Wave, and at the end we'll check the option chain. We will try to get 360-degree view and what are the levels for next week and next session as well. So before we discuss all the analysis, let's first check what we discussed in last week. So in last week, if you have watched this video, which we shared on last Sunday, this was 28 minutes long video. We discussed in detail what is going to happen. If you haven't watched, you can watch that. You can increase the playback speed if you want, and then watch and try to understand the levels. So there we mentioned that Nifty could be making expanded flat correction towards 18,400 first. Okay, this was the level that we discussed, and then supposedly it was supposed to drop towards 1.61 Fibonacci, that is 17,800. Though we were a little bit doubtful because Nifty was still staying within the channel and it was looking like a leading diagonal pattern initially. Now I realize that leading diagonal patterns are hard to project, and it's best to project them only when it completes its internal 5 waves, locates their pullback, and then only look for downside opportunity. So yeah, we had a trouble during the when the price was staying within the channel. So today it completely broken out of the channel. In yesterday's expiry, it had broken that channel. So if you can see here, it had broken that channel in yesterday's expiry itself, but I was doubtful that it will give pullback and then it would drop, but that didn't happen, and today it reached 1.600 Fibonacci. We discussed a couple of possibilities with expanded flat correction like this. Then we discussed more charts like this, and yeah, so we also gave levels like this, that we are going to drop like this towards 16,700, 500. So, and apart from that, we also discussed a 20% probability case where we were expecting Nifty to reverse from 17,900 odd levels on the upside, make one more top and then drop. So this was the leading diagonal pattern that we explained. There is a negative divergence also that we explained in last video. So all in all, this case is now having lower probability now, leading diagonal, because we were expecting it to reverse same day it hits 17,900. Nifty today closed near 17,800. So this is going to have now lower probability. We'll keep this chart in case it bounces back and breaks the swings, then we can consider it. But as of now, we don't think this is the possibility. So this is the lower level chart of the same leading diagonal view. Here we want to wait for 18,700 to be broken. So yeah, this is not going to come anytime soon. Or you could say the swings that it has formed going down, we can wait for the lower swings. But yeah, that's up to you to decide whether it will make immediate top or it will break below 16,747. So yeah, this was chart from earlier weeks. On 10th December, we discussed this chart. That drop is there, drop is going to be there. This is from 7th December. And this was another probability that we discussed during the 10th December day. But yeah, this ABC pullback is now invalidated, so we can delete this chart. So let's talk now with price action indicators, what is going to happen. So Nifty has broken this support, which was around 18,100, okay, or 18,152, 18,100. This was the support zone. It has broken that yesterday, and today it opened gap down. So you can see clearly here that Aron has turned bearish, and it is at almost extreme bearish. Just this green line needs to cross below 30. So in next session, if even if we close flat or slightly bullish, this is going to come below 30. So this means that extreme bearish market is there, and we are supposedly going to drop on the downside. Even with indicators, in last week we mentioned that next levels that we are going to go towards is 100 EMA and 200 EMA. So now 200 EMA is placed near 17,400. Okay, so this is 17,400. So let's mark this level. So near 17,400 we have a good support. So yeah, so this is the area where we have good support. Okay, so you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Let me zoom in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Almost 9 touch points are there near 17,400. So this was the key level during the last rally itself. So it broken this high, also broken this resistance with strong gap up opening, and then it continued the rally. It never came back below 13 EMA. So after so many days, it has came below 13 EMA. That was the idea, that we are going to start the newer correction. That's what my analysis was based on indicators. So now the 200 EMA, which is around 17,400, we should reach there. At least Aron will tell us that, like Aron is telling us that it's extreme bearish. RSI is almost touching 30. And you would also notice here there is a negative divergence between price and RSI, and RSI almost has broken below like this previous low. Okay, so whenever this thing happens, we call it as RSI swing rejection. We had created one short video on RSI swing rejection. You can watch that video as well. I will add link here. It was 1 minute video. You can search on our channel as well if you do not see that. So RSI swing rejection says that whenever 70, like first time it goes above 70, then again second time it goes above 70, creates a divergence, and then it breaks below this low of RSI, then it's time for further drop. So let's see if we get downside levels. So on downside also we are expecting 17,700 to 16,700 to 16,500. So let's mark this level. This is another important level. So this is 16,400 to 500 support zone. You can notice here there was a big green candle during this time, right? And then we have multiple rejections here. Then there was a support taken here again. So this level is important for us, 16,400. So there is a lot of points to be covered here. So yeah, let's watch that what happens in the next week. So that's all on indicators front. I hope it's very clear that first level that is going to go is 17,400, might take a support little and then could drop below 200 EMA. So let's move forward and check the Elliott wave analysis. On Elliott wave front, I will just show you one chart. Previously we discussed in detail that this is expanded flat correction where wave 1 completed here, and this was COVID rally which completed here, which can be marked as wave 1, and this can be wave 2, right? This consolidation of almost from last December, from last October, it lasted till June 2022, and then we had a rally. We discussed the bigger targets as well. So yeah, you can search our channel, what are the long-term targets on the Nifty. You can watch that video as well. So I will just show you the next chart that is going to happen for the next week. I'm still expecting it to continue to give couple more gap downs in next couple of days. So Monday it should open gap down, and yeah, this is the first level that we need to watch for, 17,538, because I see here this is as a 1-2 pattern internally again. So then 3 should complete below this actually. So if it opens gap down, or if it opens slightly flat and then starts the dip, mostly it should open gap down because the fall needs to be accelerated fall in third wave. If we are expecting this third wave, if you notice this blue line, sorry, blue wave count, so we are expecting this third wave to extend beyond 1.600 Fibonacci. So it has already broken this level of 17,820. So 17,780 levels it has hit today. So most likely it will head towards this in a third wave. So this third wave, which is denoted in a Roman pink letter, so it should reach minimum towards this. That's what I'm expecting. Or this entire third wave could finish here as well. Okay, and then fifth wave can have a larger drop. So do watch a support area near 17,400 to 17,300 zones. So it might make a tail there, and if it breaks below 17,400 and then touches 17,250 something, okay, on the downside, and then again closes above 17,400, that is the signal that for us that this wave could be completing. This third wave could be completing, then we'll have another pullback, and then we could have another drop. So let's watch that break of 17,200 in the next week. 17,400 break in the next week. This should happen next week. So yeah, Santa rally will not be there as far as I say. So yeah, next day it should open gap down. Okay. So these are the levels, 17,500 and 400 we need to watch for. Downside 17,300 is also possible. A small pullback from 17,400 can also be expected. So 1 or 2 days, it might spend time in a very small tight range, probably create a triangle or a flat correction. Then again, a dip should continue. So we have a monthly expiry as well next week. And yeah, it's better not to trade in next week's expiry. I see that the moves are random. So here it tricked us. So similarly, it can trick us in the next week as well. So we have to watch that. And the next week, like first gap has been formed. So I'm now more bearish, and I'm considering the analysis should go the way we forecasted. Let's see what happens. And that's all on the Elliott Wave front. Let's move to option chain analysis. In option chain also, we forecasted very perfectly last week. 17,000, 18,000 break was triggering the drop towards 17,800. That was one discussion that we did. So yeah, today decent 200 points you can capture even if you missed the entire drop. I captured it. I did not capture entire 200 points, but yeah, I was able to capture around 150 odd points with hedge. Okay, so that was decent money. Around 5k I got with hedge. Yeah, but yeah, it can be different for you. If you have already shorted from Monday, you could have been like the markets have from Monday where our analysis was perfectly fitting, right? We also mentioned Monday it is going to open gap up or a flat, and then 17,400 can come. So from this point onwards, if you closed position today, you almost got 600 odd points. Okay, so that's pretty decent. 600 points into multiply by 50, that's very good money if you could like grab them. Now let's see on option chain. Yeah, now 18,000 support is broken. You can see here massive call writing happened, 93 lakhs, and this has been reduced by 26%. So 93 lakhs is a very big number. So today it jumped 600%. So fresh shorts were added today. You can see here 18,200, 18,100, these were shorted again. And yeah, the most shorted strike is 18,000. And yeah, the numbers are big here, but the exact number here is very small. So I would consider this as a resistance for this expiry, and Nifty is not expected to go up or expire beyond this. So, and yeah, for this monthly expiry, we have next support placed at, what is the number? After this, I see 41 as a big number here. Let's go down more. The expiry range is 18,000, okay, to 17,500. So this week's range is this 500 points. So on downside, we have these two numbers. So the second biggest second biggest support is at 17,800. So we need to watch for, if it does not open gap down in the next session, then it could be a flat day. We could end around 17,800, 900. Small pullback can be there. So yeah, this is the second major support. What is the second major resistance here? So 17,900 is a second major resistance. So the first range, bigger range, is 18,000 to 18,500, and the second major range is 17,800 to 17,900. At least 17,900 could not be broken, most likely in the next week by the expiry. And again, if it opens gap down, do make sure that it is going, like, it is easily going to go towards 17,700. After this, I'll assume that it will go towards 17,500 easily. If it opens gap down below 17,700, do expect it to reach towards 17,500. And I don't think this can pose a major threat. 17,600, these even numbers do not pose any threat. So 300, 500, these are the numbers that we need to watch for usually, apart from 17,800. Okay, so this is the levels that we need to watch for. So somewhere near 7, like, even if it breaks this by a good margin, 17,500, it should pull back here, because this is the major support now, and it cannot continuously drop for few days. It can give a pullback as well. 1 or 2 days it can give pullback and then drop. So our ultimate target on the downside is 16,700 to 16,500. So yeah, that's all on the video. And thanks all those who add comments usually, regularly, and it's very much helpful for us to grow further. So do make sure you hit like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.